if you haven't noticed, these splashes are getting larger and louder when it comes to ADA. And even though things are kind of quiet right now to start the week, we did in fact have kind of a splashy announcement that took place yesterday. Another filing showing this major interest for ADA continues to increase. And I want to reference back to a video that I made a couple weeks ago because we are actually on the verge of seeing ADA make a very strong move and an aggressive push towards the top 5 assets in all of crypto. And we're going to talk about that. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So not much to write home about over the last 36 hours or so. Yes, we had a green candle day yesterday in terms of ADA. We did in fact start to get a little bit of retracement around the time of the candle close. And we did see ADA basically drop just slightly below trend here. And this is a sell-off that took place across the crypto market. And unfortunately, we just ran out of a little bit of steam. And unfortunately, the hunt is over. All right. The whale that the major players in the space had, in fact, been hunting, that $525 million short position, did, in fact, close this position and made nearly $9 million in profits. Not going to knock them for making profit there, but obviously would have loved to have seen it move the other way. But I think part of the problem is the timing. And what I mean by that is, again, nobody wants to get caught right now picking up a position in the wrong spot or buying too high when we have the FOMC meeting conclusion tomorrow. Nobody knows what Jerome Powell is going to say. Nobody knows whether it's going to be good for the crypto market or bad for the crypto market. But what people need to understand is that, again, we're taking big steps forward. We are making progress in this path towards interest rate decreases. Again, probably not going to get an interest rate decrease tomorrow, but what we're seeing again is a lot of conviction for ADA right now, holding a lot of strength around these levels. In fact, when we look at this 1 hour chart, just look at what we're seeing here, right? Slightly higher lows, higher low, higher low. This may be a higher low here for another nice little pump. Not saying that's going to happen for sure, but I'd love to get us, at least back up into the 72 range here, back within structure. That's what we got to watch for today. And again, BTC is the thing that can continue to do that for us. As long as BTC just continues to stay within structure, we're in pretty good shape there. Now, ADA, again, just does continue to make some of these more splashy announcements over time, or there are more and more splashy announcements that are coming surrounding Cardano and ADA. And in fact, we had a major amendment that took place yesterday, and this was in terms of Hashdex. They actually amended their NASDAQ Crypto Index US ETF to add ADA. Now, ADA was in relation to this with other assets as well. And what you're starting to see is the interest from institutional players is heavily on the rise, right? We have a Grayscale filing now. We have Hashdex adding ADA. We know that there's ADA ETFs abroad, or ETPs abroad. And this push to actually accumulate ADA by the large players in the space is pretty obvious. And this is where the narrative is kind of changing just a little bit. I remember maybe 6 months ago, 9 months ago, where people were talking about, oh, nope, there's no institutional interest in ADA. Nobody cares. It's the big players have kind of gotten away from it. And we have now either seen a complete 180 or people are finally starting to realize that that's not the case at all. You can't sleep on the major advancements that the Cardano ecosystem has made. You can't sleep on the major partnerships and integrations that are taking place. I mean, these are very big things. And what I really want to talk about now is a video that I made actually about 2 weeks ago. And what this was talking about was ADA actually flipping Solana within 3 months. Now, this was a pretty bold claim that I made, and I still see this as 100% possible. What's interesting here is actually since that time, ADA has started to close this gap. At that time, ADA was at about $23 billion in terms of market cap, and Solana was at $68 billion in terms of market cap. And what we're looking at now is Solana at $63 billion and ADA at almost $25 billion. So yes, when we look at the ADA Sol chart, you can see that ADA is closing this gap. In fact, Sol has round tripped versus ADA since this time last year. So kind of, again, goes back to what I was saying, about a year and a half ago, that Sol would probably be a better performer early market, and then ADA would storm back later in the market cycle. It's just the way it works. Now, what's interesting about this is even taking place right now while we are not seeing major adoption take place. And what people need to know is that ADA performs its best when adoption is taking place. So if it's doing this well right now, and in fact, over the past 180 days, I can't remember, I believe it was ADA had performed better than BNB. It had performed better than quite a few assets. I missed the post, lost that one. But you're starting to see ADA kind of separate itself from a lot of other assets in the space. And what we really need to start having a conversation about again is that flippening, but not only that, but ADA targeting becoming a top 5 asset. Now, I'm not saying, it's going to flip BNB quite yet or anything like that. BNB's been very quiet as of late. But again, I don't count stables in this discussion. All right. People don't put their money into stables to try to make money. So yes, ADA could very well see in the not so distant future, possibly even on this next extended leg that we have, you could see it enter the top 5 assets in crypto. And that again is an even bigger discussion then. So very interesting things are taking place. I love where the market's at right now. I love this point of stability. It's been a very quiet week overall. Again, we don't want any major surprises. We just want us to continue building strength. We want people to continue to DCA and really set these floors for when the market does start to get a little bit more confidence. I will say the fear greed index is actually up to 25. So again, you're seeing a little bit more confidence set in across the market, but we're right where we need to be. That's what everybody needs to know. And we just have to be patient and kind of let these things play out. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.